Enemy killed in battle. Where is this guy? Hold on. Gold tooth. Okay, if it looks like if I click on this, I can move the screen to him. That's handy.
I bring the plague gift.
Okay. Foetid stench. Minus leadership to anyone that is near the big man.
A wondrous day.
Woundmaker is fine. And what is this one? Infernal Champion.
Herald Light.
Let's see. Did Borikov post this question yet? No, he might still be typing. Okay. Alright.
Champion.
Who's the one that likes raiding? This guy's raiding, right? 17 out of 20. Okay, so if I have 2 people raiding, it'll just be 2 more turns. So he's raiding there, he's raiding there. They're both sapping money from those cities. I'll just keep doing that for now. Let's see. This guy is just chilling. This is the one where I just hired an instant army. I think do I disband this now, or do I keep it?
It's all for you.
I think I disband it. I'm curious, can I immediately recruit back the stuff that I refunded back into this panel? No, because the aspiring champions aren't there. Okay, and then we'll put this guy back on ice, because he's just not needed right now. Okay, and... Alright. Tamurkhan is fine. Alright, building outpost. Alright, entering. So, just kind of blast through. So, assuming I get a point of fealty per raid happening, I should be at 19 out of 20 for that werewolf's fealty. Borako says, I recently hit level 80 and I got some ascended gear and some exotic. I've been feeling quite weak in fractals. I finally got an elite spec, so my damage feels much better, but I keep dying a lot. Is it a skill issue, or am I missing something? I have a Berserker set and I'm playing Daredevil. First of all, I'm going to say something that you may be like, duh, but I'm going to say it. I've had a lot of people come to me with this same question, and they don't realize that fractals are meant for 5 people. So my first question is, are you in there with a group, or are you in there alone? Assuming you're in there with a group of 5 people, if you're having trouble... Okay, great, awesome, you passed the first test. Assuming you're in there with a group of 5 people, you usually would have one person who's like a healer and providing buffs to the party. For example, just the protection boon is like, you take 30% less damage. That's huge, you know? So if you don't have a healer in your group, that, you know, that is, you're gonna be getting hit harder. I will say in fractals, nearly all the incoming damage is avoidable. You know, it'll be like red circles on the ground, things like that. However, if you're getting rocked and you can't survive, one thing you can do as a temporary measure is you're probably using like Berserker gear or something, right? If you're DPS, if you're power, most people use Berserker. If your condition, most people use Viper. If you're using Berserker, it has 0 survivability on it, and you could, change some of your gear to be like Marauder's gear, which has got a little bit less damage but more survivability to allow you to make mistakes and not just die. Agony, yes, Agony Resist is huge too. Now, you mentioned starting fractals, so I assumed that you were in Tier 1 fractals, which don't require Agony Resist. But if you are in a tier of fractals that requires Agony Resist, that could easily be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. I thought the ogre guy was over here. Well, we'll see. T1 doesn't need much. Well, T1 doesn't need any until after, like, the 15th or 20th one, I think? Something like that. 19 out of 20. Okay, yes, he's almost there. Alright, so at the beginning of the next turn, that one will be done. And what do we need? Who was the one that liked it when I was looting settlements? This guy. It's gonna be a while yet. Alright, we're working on it. Alright, so you... If I go to normal, can you hit the city?
Grandfather asked.
Yes. Wow, there's 2 armies there, including their legendary lord, and we can auto it. Alright, that one's done. Slayer of the God Slayer. Plus 20 diplomacy with Kislev, minus 50% attrition from all attrition. Oh, that's cool. Rodfly, receives playing, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Alright. After 3 to 4 dailies, I have 15 resist. I'm only doing T1s. They usually just bring DPS. Make sure you're stacking with your group as boons, heals, or proximity base. Yes. I don't think groups are really balanced like that. People just pick whatever. I also wouldn't know what a supportive character spec would look like. No, it's totally fine. You're new to the game, right? So, standard. If you're with a lot of people and no one in the group, like everyone in the group is new, that's totally fine and understandable. Typically, you've got one person that is doing heals and providing buffs to the party, one person that's providing DPS and doing any buffs the healer is missing, and then the other 3 people are just full DPS. If you've got 5 people doing full DPS, you can still clear fractals. That's fine. However, you're going to have to make less mistakes because you don't have anyone focusing on healing. But yeah, you in T1, everything is avoidable. It's just, red circle's bad type of thing. But if you're making mistakes, there are gear. For example, Celestial gear has good everything. It's not great damage, bad defense. It's good damage, good defense, good dots, good healing. It's just good across the board. So like Celestial allows you to make a lot of mistakes while you're learning, and then you can transition back to something else that you like more later on if you wish to do so, as an example. There's also like Marauder's gear is basically Berserker's gear with a little less damage, but it has like 500 toughness on it. Let's get that. Who is that? Call Me Dragon. Thank you for the prime. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much. Wait, what? Oh, it's just like Norska stuff. Okay. It's the Man of the Tribes. Sure, why not? Kind of just blasting through this at this point. Okay. Alright. Tamurkhan, he needs to keep raiding this turn. And yeah, that's fine. Building upgrade. Sure. 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 Alright, and let's just... No, don't do that. Damage building. That, and Plague God's Nursery, and a turn. Okay. I might give the Marauder and Joria a try. It's at least good to hear it's somewhat expected. It's just whenever people join who know what they're doing, they seem to be able to heal through things better. Yes. So, again, as you get into more coordinated groups, it will be less of an issue. It makes a huge deal having a support doing boons. Like, example, I mentioned Protection. Protection's a boon that reduces incoming damage by 30%. That's massive. So just when you're in groups where someone's doing that all the time, it just feels like night and day. Or Regeneration. Regeneration is a boon that heals you every single second. So when you're in a group where someone's doing that, it's a very different experience. But yeah, it's just something you'll get over time. Fealty. A Warlord's Consequences. As our Doombolt's greed trumps his better judgment, he denies Tamurkhan further aid until his ire is quelled. Petulance is so unbecoming of a chieftain. As our Doombolt's chieftain abilities and units are unavailable for 3 turns. What? That's new. Once man, now beast committed. Mournhowl. Okay, so Mournhowl is happy now. So we can do his big battle. And we're gonna need 1 more. So this guy gets happy when we purchase chieftain units. Purchasing 4 more chieftain units is going to require more fealty though. And then him is research or defeating elves. Okay, so research, defeating elves, or is this an army or that is an army? That's not good. Research, defeating elves, or the other thing.
Lay them to waste.
Sweetest.
If you want to watch Muck's Guide to Fractals, linked above. It quickly explains the mechanics of each fractal, helps you what to do. Yes, if you haven't seen it already, I don't know if he already linked it because I'm just distracted right now. This webpage, the link is currently in the chat. These are all the fractal guides I made. Now, at the time that I made this video, this had all the knowledge you would ever need for fractals. Since then, they've made a few more fractals and added them to the game. So each of those have their own video below. But this was the original 100, and this, you know, there's timestamps for every one. So if you're doing a fractal you ever don't know, you can go to that video, go to the timestamp, and you'll know it in 30 seconds. Additionally, it talks about like gearing up and stuff like that. And again, if you have any questions like later on that we're not answering tonight because I'm about to wrap the stream up, here's a link to our Discord, and we have a questions channel. You can draw whatever you want in there, and we'll get to it. I watched it once, but I probably need to watch specific ones again because of Fishbrain. Buddy, I have watched my own guides before because I forgot how to do something that I made a guide for. Don't feel bad. I'm not even joking. Oh my gosh. My son has played Guild Wars 2 before, and he'd be like, Dad, can you show me how to get this, was it Calibulg, Ascended Sword? I'm like, yeah, buddy, I got a guide for that right here if you want to see it. He goes, no, I want you to tell me. I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, I can't. He goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, your dad forgot how to do that. You're going to have to ask past dad because I don't know how to do it. I'm not trying to hold out on you. I don't remember. I made a guide for this, and then I just expunged the knowledge from my head. It's gone. It is no longer here. Please be the last of the ogres.
Destruction reigns.
Oh my god, it's not. Where are they?
An outstanding performance.
Okay, they're over here now. All right, I'm lucky, I guess, that I can use that UI thing to find them. I'm like trespassing across China right now, so they're probably getting mad. Okay, so I don't. All right, I'll have to figure this out next time. So we're getting there. We are ready to do one of the big battles. We are picking off the remnants of the ogres, and we need to trigger one more chieftain battle for the short win condition, which this one will happen over time from. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry, the research one. This one will happen over time, but it will take a long time. This one, if I can purchase 4 more units. This guy's currently mad at me, looting 21 cities. But just as turn pass, we're getting closer and closer. So, save the game, and we will pick it up from here. Maybe finish the Tamurkhan campaign next time.